All right, you guys, we're going to ask two people to present real quick their ideas. So anyone who wants to come up, the first two to want to go up, please.
Yeah. He wanted to. So. Okay. Or we could just leave it because we only have 5 minutes, so we could talk about it after. Somebody wants to share. I'm sorry?
I said I'm an old banana slug because I was.
Oh, yes, me too.
And actually, my community organizing started when I was a student at UCSC, and I was involved with a group called New American Movement, which I don't even know if they're still. But we did a lot of community organizing around health, and started a kind of a neighborhood watch health program with some of the elderly communities, and that's kind of what got me interested in health. And I think that there's not a person, but I would say that that organization and real in the trenches and really looking at impoverished communities and trying to be very intergenerational with college students and residents, and that really inspired me to kind of the work that I've been doing. So,
and you're still doing it. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on so that we can wrap things up here. So we've sort of touched on this about being authentic and real, but really to paint it a little clearer, our formula is that we generally, engage authentically, like we talked about. Then we understand the problem from the inside out. So we go out in the community, we walk around, we talk with people, we do surveys, we do ground truthing. And then we get the data and we talk about it a lot. And then we go to city council or boards or wherever appropriate for the policy work that we're doing and powerfully share that information. And powerfully means, like we've talked about already, them sharing their lives. Like, here's the data, but here's what it looks like. And that's, again, related to their experiences. Did you want to say quickly about it? We'll move. Okay, see, you know what to do. Oh, and lastly, though, is that we make a clear ask when we go. This is what we want. And our ask is always about partnership and collaboration. We have this problem. We, all of us. What do we want to do about it? And then we form a task force generally, and then we come up with a solution. And then everybody's invested. It's quite simple. All right. So something important, though, lessons learned, is that we've really learned that the role of policy is it's shaping culture and creating cultural shifts. My education is in sociology, not in policy or health, and so I was unfamiliar with some of this. So I've learned a lot over the last 7 years, and I had an expectation, and I'm sure a lot of other people do too, that we're going to pass a policy, and it's just everyone's going to do it, and it's going to be great, and we're going to be like super winners, and it didn't happen like that. And we passed the policy, which was victory number one, which is fabulous because you have buy-in and everyone's doing it. But suddenly when the city's running out of money and they don't have staff and there's budget cuts and there's no one implementing it, you come to an impasse. What do you do? So this happened to us with our healthy options eating ordinance. And so what we've done is that instead of it being a breakdown in our relationship, we turned it into an opportunity to come together and go, wow, here's what's going on for you. The city is not the bad guy. Like, they care too, just like we do. And so, well, here's what we want, and how can we help? So in that, we've kept the resources that they have still available. We have gotten some outside funding to fund the Healthy Restaurants Project. What's even more amazing about this is that that ordinance says all new and incoming restaurants have to have a minimal requirement of food, healthy food, to open, or they can't open their restaurant. But it was only new restaurants. So guess what? With the Healthy Restaurants Project, we can go to any restaurant. So actually, post-policy, it can be an exciting time and a great time, and where we can really innovate and we can really transform our community further than what we initially started. So sometimes policy is a catalyst. It's not meant to be the end all. And I think that we have to shift our expectation around that. And again, especially if we want to continue to do the work we're going to do. Okay, Joe.
All right, so when it comes to lessons learned, I like saying this: many roads lead to the same end. as long as you know where you're going, you're accountable, you're determined, and you're dedicated, you'll meet your goal. Don't worry about, oh, we need to do exactly this to get here. No. As I said, accountability, determination, and dedication will get you to where you need to go. This is one of my favorite ones that I said at the bottom. It's the journey, not the destination. I said that because I love to drive. I love my car. So I love the journey, the way to get there. When we're finally at the end, yeah, it's fun, but getting there was the best part of it. So,
again, another lesson learned is really how do we keep our vision and our big picture and at the same time achieve our tasks. So not getting too much into the minutia, but also being able to keep that vision. And that's our job, is for all of us to stay focused on that way. So that means taking time and being intentional, creating space and time to talk about those things, not just sitting in meetings, going over, our agenda items. It's really about talking about what we're doing and why we're doing it. And so, again, also opportunities for all. And then, being malleable and being able to go with the flow and change, oh, this isn't working, so now we need to go this way, and being creative. Those are all aspects to doing our work. I think sometimes we get fixated on something and then we think it's done, and it's really, that's where the opportunity is. So our last little moment here, we want to talk about where we are now and where we're going. That's after passing our metro policy with the bus behind us. So, Joe?
So, first of all, thank you guys for listening. We'd like to let you know that where we're going now is so many communities have been calling us, emailing us, wanting to know how we do the things we do, how we go around and make partnerships, how we're able to go out into the community, and we get so many, not always positive, but mostly positive responses. So we're creating a curriculum we're calling Sanos, because not everyone can pronounce Jovenes. So Sanos is the name of our curriculum.
It's happened this morning already.
So where we're going now is we're in the step of writing out a curriculum where we write detailed descriptions about what we've done, what's worked, what hasn't, that it's not always that you're going to succeed. Sometimes you need to fail to be able to get up again and go stronger.
And our vision and our dream is to go to other communities and invest in those communities and train the trainer with other communities and bring all of our people and resources to other communities, and to grow our youth to train other youth in other communities. So we want to take that curriculum, provide technical assistance, and continue the movement and continue to grow the capacity of our youth and other communities. So thanks, everybody, very much.
Thank you, Kymberly and Jose Joel. Now we'll hear from Karen Marshall, Executive Director of Kids Rethink in New Orleans.